Lesson 3. Vocab. We haven't finished it yet. So we stopped here. I think myth, poem, proverb, right? Remember some proverbs? Practice makes perfect. What else? Still waters run deep. Something like that. Still waters run deep. Is it? Isn't it? And wind and tide wait for no man. Right? Wind and tide wait for no man. Better late than better late than never. Better safe than sorry. Okay, these are some proverbs. Okay, southern, you know, right? Southern? Yeah, the southern direction. To the south. Yeah, south is the noun. Southern is the adjective. You know, a person who is from the south, we can call him a southerner. Southerner. It's a little tongue twisting. Southerner. A little difficult to say that, no? Today is, let's see. Wait. Today. Oh, I need to refresh, no?
Refresh.
Go. Ah, it was there, I deleted. Very slow. Okay. This is still Unit 10, Lesson 2 or 3. Lesson 3. Southerner. No, you're from the south.
I am southerner.
Yeah, south is the noun. I'm from the south. Southerner, yes. Southerner. You see, a native or inhabitant of the south. Southerner. Southerner. You may see like a southerner accent, for example. You know accent?
Yeah.
Okay, write down the words you don't know. Southern. Spirit. What is spirit? Spirit. Spiritual. It's an adjective. Spirit. Spiritual. Spiritual? Huh? Sentence. A sentence with spiritual, for example. Some people call like religion, no? So you can say, for example, spiritual practice. Spiritual practice. Like brahmacharya. Sometimes it's translated like this, like a spiritual life, spiritual practice. A spirit can be like a pitta, for example, is like a spirit. You can use this word, spirit. A spirit. Spirit is like. Huh? Spirit. Spirit. Spirits is plural. Spirits. So, for example, a spirit, for example, a pitta, can be a spirit. There's another word, for example, like spirits. For example, we could say like, what are pittas? You could say like they are spirits which experience mostly suffering. Right? Forsaken spirits. Forsaken spirits. Hungry ghosts. Ghost is another word, ghost. Ghost is like a pitta, the English word for pitta. Ghost. Ghost. So hungry ghosts, for example, sometimes is the translation for pitta, or spirit. There is this word, sprite. Have you know that drink? A famous drink? Sprite? Sprite.
Yeah. What?
No, Sprite. Like this, Sprite.
But there is a SPY.
No. SPY. Like this? No. No. Sprite is also like one of these like soft drinks, like Coca-Cola kind of thing. So another one is Sprite. It's green color, yeah. Green bottle. The bottle is green. So it's Sprite. So you may see, for example, tree sprite. A tree sprite is, it's like the spirit that lives on the tree. Like a Rukadevas. You know Rukadevas? So on the trees, some trees have devas living in the tree. This is where they live. So in Buddhism we call them Rukadevas. Ruka tree, no? Deva. So the deva of the tree, Rukadeva. But in English you could call maybe a tree sprite. Huh? What?
Please buy an
Elf. I think elves. No, not elves. But maybe a little related to elves. Yeah, it seems so. A little related to elves. But elves don't exist. Rukadevas exist.
3 deity and 3 spies.
Yeah, it's the same. Tree deity, tree sprite, tree spirit, even tree ghost might be. But usually ghost is more like for pitta, like suffering or something ugly or something like that. A tree sprite. Another word you may see related is like a fairy. Fairy, have you seen? Fairy, for example, fairy tales. Fairy tales means stories of fairies. Stories of, fairy. Sorry, not T. Fairy tale. Tale is a story, Tale? Tale is a story. Tale is a story. So, fairy tales. Okay, sprite, ghost, spirit. Tradition. Tradition. Custom. A tradition. It's maybe custom habits or knowledge passed down for generations. Passed down means father teach the son teach his son, like that, this is you pass down. No, pass by is different. Pass by is when you're walking and you pass by something.
Okay, we say
Passed down for generations. It's a tradition. The adjective is traditional. So then you could see this word like traditional, traditional what? Traditional culture, traditional music, traditional dressings, traditional dress, traditional stories, I don't know, etc. Tradition. So in Dhamma context, you have traditions. For example, even inside Buddhism, we have traditions, right? Tradition. Theravada tradition, Mahayana tradition, maybe Japanese Zen tradition, Tibetan tradition, different traditions, right? They are called tradition inside what is called nowadays Buddhism. Tradition. Whistle. Whistle. Don't pronounce the T. Whistle. This is a verb, to whistle. To whistle. And I think is also a noun. The whistle. I think so. Let me check. Here, as a verb, you see, to produce a clear musical sound by forcing air through the teeth or through an aperture formed by pursing the lips. Can you whistle? You cannot whistle. You know how to whistle? Do you know how to whistle? You don't know how to whistle? Yeah, I like that. Okay. A whistle. You can make a melody with a whistle. Then you see sometimes when the tea kettle, the kettle, when it gets hot, some they have a very small gap and then it whistles. Starts making a sound like something like that. Right? Huh? What? Stove. Stove. So it could also be a noun. You see a whistling sound, for example. Blow the whistle. Yeah, there is this, you may see this this expression, whistle, whistleblower, whistleblower. To blow is this, no? This is to blow. To blow. Yeah, to blow. But here, a whistleblower, technically it sounds like it's someone who blows a whistle. You know what a whistle is? The noun? Whistle. You know, for example, policemen, they usually have whistles. You know? They are controlling traffic or they are controlling people. Then if there is any problem, they blow the whistle and make a very loud sound. It's a whistle. That's a whistle. It's also a type of emergency item you can have on yourself. Some people go to forests if they are traveling by themselves. For example, in the forest, they usually carry a whistle. So if they are in danger or they need help or anything, they can whistle. And then for many kilometers, you can hear a whistle. Where? Titanic. They have whistles, right? Yes. When the boat is sinking and some of the people can escape to the like small rafts, then they usually have a whistle. Yeah. They try to draw attention, call for help, right? So that's a whistle. So a whistleblower, whistle is a device for making a sound, a high-pitched sound for drawing attention. A whistleblower is a person who blows the whistle. Okay? A whistleblower. Okay? But here it means this is used in the sense of someone who speaks publicly about a problem. And especially someone who speaks publicly about a problem nobody knows. Something like that. It's a whistleblower. It's a whistleblower. Blower. He's blowing the whistle. He's giving a sign. There is something wrong. You understand? That's the meaning. Whistleblower. So let's say, for example, can you imagine like in the government, okay? We don't know what's going on in the government, right? Then maybe one of those people in the government, he decides, oh, there is a problem here, and he decides to speak on the TV or on the radio or on the internet, and he talks about the problem. Maybe some problem, maybe someone is stealing money, some problem is going on. You understand? So that person is a whistleblower. Whistleblower. He's blowing the whistle to say there is a problem. Yeah, he's drawing attention as well. No, not like this. Shh. No. Shh. This is for don't talk, like shh, quiet. No, he's blowing the whistle. He's making a sound. He is not literally blowing a whistle, but the meaning is that he is drawing attention. He is saying something. He's calling for help, something like that, you know? A whistleblower. So it's a person who speaks publicly about maybe usually some problem, about some problem that maybe few people know about. You know, whistleblowers. You understand the meaning?
Yes.
Can you give me an example? Whistleblower.
Two parties, and one party is government, and other party is investigate that.
Okay.
Party.
Investigating the government.
Yeah, and that the opposite government is whistleblower like that.
A whistleblower. If they find some problem there and then they make it public, so that's like a whistleblower. Here, let's see the definition. A whistleblower is a person, often an employee. What is an employee? You know this verb to employ? To employ. To employ is to employ is to it's like to give work for someone, to give work. Let's say I want to build a house, so I need to employ people. Employ. I call them, I offer them some amount of money, a contract, and they will work for me. So I employed them. To employ, to give work to someone. something like that. Now the employer, you see always ER is the person who employs, no? Yeah, it's the person who gives work. Okay? The employer and the employee, like this, is the person who was employed. The worker. The worker is the employee. Employee. You may also see this as donor and donee. You may see this, for example, donor and donee. Donor is the person who donates, who gives. And the donee is the person who receives the donation. You understand? Donor and donee, there are some other examples, I think, of these, like and e. Suffix? I don't know. Suffix e is used when a person receives an action. A person to which something is done, you see? See, here's some examples. Addressee. You see, addressee. You have to say the E very long E, okay? Addressee. This word consignee, I don't know how to say this. Employee. Appointee. So what is addressee, for example? Do you understand? Addressee? Huh? It's the person who stay where?
Somewhere.
No. Movie?
Action.
No. Model? No.
Oh, that actress.
No.
Actress.
Addressee. Addressee comes for the verb to address. To address is not to dress, like dressing. Not to dress is to address. To address is to talk to someone. Address.
Put that in.
To address. For example, you can say like this. For example, before the Buddha passed away, before the Buddha took parinibbana, he addressed the monks. He addressed the monks for the last time. You understand? He addressed the monks. This means he talked to the monks. Huh? Like I'm addressing you right now. Yes, I'm addressing you. Yeah, like talking to you. I'm addressing you. To talk to someone. For example, here, the Buddha, before parinibbana, addressed the monks for the last time. Handadani bhikkhave amantayami vo. You know this? Handadani bhikkhave amantayami vo. Vayadhamma sankhara appamadena sampadetha. No, this was the last thing the Buddha said. So this is the last time he addressed the monks. Handadani bhikkhave, etc. No? Amantayami vo. Amantayami, this is addressing. Amantesi. You know in Pali? Amantesi. Amantayami. Yes, here, this verb. Handadani bhikkhave. Amantayami vo. Okay, let me put everything. Amantayami vo. Dhamma Sankhara Kara Appamadena Sampadeta. Handadani bhikkave amantayami. Amantayami means I address you. Here, I address you. Okay? Amantayami, to address. So addressee is the person who is addressed. So I'm addressing you, so you are the addressee. You are the addressee.
Buddha is aggressor.
Addresser. So consignee, I think, is the person who keeps something for you. I'm not very sure. Employee is very common. The worker is the employee. Appointee is the person who is appointed, who is chosen. The person who is appointed, to appoint. To appoint. To choose someone for a certain function. For example, Venerable Jivananda was appointed abbot. He was appointed abbot. Abbot is the head of the monastery. Abbot. It's a function, no? Or Mr. Hugh was appointed. He was appointed president, for example. Mr. Hugh was appointed president. Huh? Donald Trump was appointed president, for example. He was appointed. This means other people chose him. He was appointed. So appointee is the person who was appointed. The addressee is also, I think, used here, you see, as the person who lives in an address. The person who lives in an address. So maybe did I get it wrong? Addressee. I think it's the person who is addressed, but maybe it's the person who lives in an address. Addressee. The one to whom something is addressed. Yeah, you see, it's what I said. So it's not wrong. A person who is addressed in conversation, speech, and so on. Yeah, it's correct what I told you. Okay. Whistle, and now oral tradition. You know oral? What is oral? To blow, oral. Oral, I think it's an adjective. You may see, for example, oral cavity. You know cavity? Cavity is like a hole. Hole. Write down the words. Cavity. Oral cavity. Oral cavity. Oral tradition. Oral, maybe even oral Oral medicine, maybe? Oral medicine, oral, something to be taken orally. Orally. Through the mouth. This is the meaning. Oral tradition is a tradition passed down like by orally. Orally means,
Say.
yeah, like saying, yes. Oral means mouth, related to mouth. Oral tradition. Ah, you may see oral exam. Have you ever had an oral exam? Myanmar? Oral exam? Here we have some oral exams we have to recite. Patimokkha is an oral exam. Oral exam. Oral test. Oral exam. Yeah.
Oral.
Oral?
Oral.
Oral. Oral.
Oral.
Oral. Oral. Oral test, for example, is an examination in which the student is examined by means of oral questions. You know, like just questioning the person. Not, there is no writing, it's oral. Okay? Oral test. Oral cavity is the mouth. The oral cavity is the mouth. Cavity is like a hole, okay? So here you have, for example, Buddhism was an oral tradition, no? Before it was written down, it was purely oral tradition. It's passed down, it's taught just orally.
Every at night, my parents, they told me all this
What?
oral tradition.
Oral tradition. Why, your parents?
My mother,
She used to teach you something? Every night?
every night,
Like what?
many story.
Stories. Really? Like what?
Almost the ghost.
Ghost stories. Really? Ghost stories.
Seems like Smith.
Hmm? Smith?
Beglap. Smith.
I think a smith is a person who works with metal. Smith. Like a blacksmith.
You can come back.
Myth.
Ah, myth. Myths or fairy tales. Fairy tales or traditional accounts, stories. Okay. Ah, we have a bit of a text here.
Myth.
This I said to you, but this is monk.
Monk.
The topics.
Ah, yes. What is the name?
Monk.
Monk. Monk. Monk.
Can read is monk also.
Monk. No, you don't pronounce the H.
Yeah.
Just monk.
He have the
Okay, read it.
bro fight.
Bullfighting.
Wow.
Okay, let's read it. Go.
The monk are
Read chunks of words, okay?
ancient people.
Ancient.
Ancient.
Ancient. This is a sh.
Ancient.
Yeah. This is a sh sound. Shush.
Ancient.
Ancient. You should say it like ancient. Okay.
The Hmong are ancient people.
Mm.
They live in northern part of Laos.
Northern.
Northern.
Northern. Yeah, northern. Uh-huh.
Vietnam and Thailand.
Vietnam and Thailand.
In southern China and eastern Myanmar.
Eastern Myanmar.
Traditionally, the Hmong live in villages in mountainous areas.
This is mountainous.
Mountainous.
Yeah, mountain is the noun, mountain. But then when it becomes like an adjective, then it's mountainous. Yes, mountainous areas.
The Hmong people have a rich and complex culture.
Complex.
Compact culture. Complex.
Yes, complex.
Compact. It is seen in.
This is seen.
This is
Seen.
This is seen in their legends,
Legend.
stories,
Remember legend? Legends. Legends. Stories. Proverbs.
songs, and
Songs and poems.
poems,
Poems. Poem.
poems.
Yeah. Yana Savaru.
The Hmong are
What are you doing? Like?
all the ancient people around the Hmong have an oral tradition.
Okay. Try to read chunks of words. Not the Hmong have an oral tradition. Not like that. Again, like other ancient people around the world, you have to read it like that. No?
Like other ancient people around
Yeah.
the Hmong have oral tradition. Our tradition.
Tradition. Oral tradition.
Their song and story have been kept for many hundred for years.
Of years.
Of years by word of mouth.
By word of mouth. Yeah, this is how you say it. It's kept by word of mouth. This means they just teach or recite or memorize or things like that. By word of mouth
Rather than
rather than in
in writing.
writing. Okay? An interesting
And interesting festival in Bunditian or Hmong New Year, which is what is it?
celebrated.
Celebrate.
Celebrated
In December, according to the
lunar
lunar
lunar calendar. Yes, the lunar calendar. You know, calendar according to the moon. Lunar means the moon. Yeah, luna in Spanish is the moon. Luna. So you see this related word. You see lunar. Luna. Luna is the moon. La luna. And here you see in English, this word came to English somehow. Lunar calendar. Supabasu.
During the celebration, the monk tells stories, sing songs, play music, and have good fights or horse
Races.
race.
Ah, yeah, bullfights, no?
This festival includes a feast
A feast. Ah, what is a feast? Remember? Feast.
Feast. Feast. Nam Niam.
Feast.
Yeah.
What is a feast?
Big meal.
Like a?
Big meal.
Yeah, it's more like a big meal. Very lavish meal.
Meaning.
Not just a party. Remember? It's mainly, this is about food, okay?
Meaning. They kill the
Many animals.
buffalo. Many.
One day,
And many people.
they have to listen that ceremony, that say that day, that period,
Ah, that period.
they don't take the vegetable.
No vegetable.
Yeah,
Just meat.
Mountain.
just meat.
Oh, wow.
They don't care.
So then they kill many animals, no?
Yeah, but after that or before that, they mostly they take vegetable.
Ah, okay. So this festival includes a feast.
Yes. And traditional foods are served.
Served. No? Okay, Sandavach. The monk.
And friends to the feast to bring good spirit and good luck to their homes. There are lots of other monk myth, legend, yes,
Legends.
and traditions that make the monk one of the most interesting, not interesting,
Ethnic.
ethnic groups in
Ethnic
Laos.
groups.
Ethnic groups in Laos.
Yes, ethnic groups in Laos.
Meaning that the small
Ethnic group is like a small ethnic group. Usually it's a minority. It's a minority. Remember this? Minority, majority, and minority. Yeah, we discussed this. Read and write. Okay, also, you haven't got a chance. The Hmong are ancient people.
The Hmong are for they live in northern part of Laos, and Thailand, in southern China and
Southern.
southern.
No, southern. This sound. Huh?
South.
No. Southern. The. You have to use your tongue. Southern. It's not a T. Southern. Okay.
Western.
No, not Western.
Eastern.
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 Eastern what? Eastern Myanmar. Okay.
Its knowledge was more in village in mountainous areas.
Villages. Okay. Don't skip the plural here. Villages in mountainous areas. Okay, a little more. The Hmong people. No, rich.
Rich and complex culture.
Ah, what is rich?
Rich.
What is rich?
With
Money. Rich can be money, but here it's not money. What is the meaning? Rich here is talking about what? It's an adjective for what?
culture.
Legend? No, we're talking about culture. It's a rich culture, a complex culture. Rich culture means there are many things in the culture. Doesn't mean they have money. No, this is not saying money. A rich culture means there is a lot of variety of things, maybe music, traditions, festivals, stories, and things like that. So it's very rich. Rich not in the sense of money. This is rich in the sense of variety, of having many things. For example, someone can have a very rich knowledge. You understand? He knows many things. So rich in that sense, not money. Yes, rich knowledge. Yes. He, not him, he. He is rich. He is busy. Busy different from rich. Busy is you have many activities. You have to do many things. You're busy.
This is positive.
Rich is positive, yes. For example, even someone, let's say someone is studying Pali, then I may say he knows a lot of words. His vocabulary is very rich. His Pali vocabulary is very rich. This means he knows many words. You understand? It's not money. Yeah. So something like that, like his knowledge or the culture is very rich, means it's just varied. It has many things, many. Okay. See, this richness here is seen in their legends, stories, proverbs, songs, and poems. You see, this is the richness. You understand?
Because there are many.
Yeah, maybe some other cultures, some other ethnic groups, they don't have stories, they don't have songs, they don't have proverbs. So their culture is not so rich. This is the meaning, okay?
Continue.
Yes. So rich, it means like varied. Varied. For example, a rich culture.
One
Ed?
very
Varied is an adjective, varied. Not like a verb like past or something. It's just an adjective, varied. Varied. See? Varied.
not verb.
Not a verb, see? Having or consisting of various kinds or forms. Diverse. That's a good word, diverse. Varied or diverse. What is the name of this again? King. Can.
Like
Can.
the sea.
Okay, can. They can play leaves. They can play leaves. They can use leaves for like a whistle. Like a whistle, no?
This is a
Whistle.
camel, but can loud. That's picture.
Moon style.
This is more
Can.
This is Mon style.
Yeah, this can.
This can.
Yeah,
Is a Mon style.
we have two.
Two types. This is a flute. You also blow it. Blow. So leaves also. So these are traditional musical instruments, you see? Traditional. Traditional. What could go over here? You see, the Hmong have an musical tradition with lots of songs for different occasions. What could go over here?
Sense.
Huh? The Hmong have You see an. So here it must start with a vowel. And could be ancient. An ancient musical tradition. What did you say? An excellent? What did you say?
The same.
Ancient. 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 Yes. There are folk. There are folk what? For wedding parties. Death songs. There are folk what? Traditions, I think. What do you think? Folk traditions? What do you think? I think it's tradition over here. Folk traditions. These means, yeah, folk means, remember, people who live in the way, like old ways. Folk. So folk traditions for wedding parties. So they have their own ways of getting married. Death songs as well. What are this? What could go over here? Songs and song for? Here we don't know because we don't have the audio, but for wedding, for death, here what could be? Songs for, you don't know? What could go over there? Death, wedding, birth. Huh? Maybe New Year songs. Something like that. Songs for, I don't know. Here we cannot guess, no? The can is the most important instrument. What is that? Is the most important?
More instrument.
Musical.
What do you think?
Musical instrument.
Musical instrument. Yeah, you see, musical instruments. So the can is the most important musical instrument for the monk. But they use others such as whistles and flutes. Whistles, I think they make whistles with leaves, you see. Unless I cannot see it well. And flutes. They even use leaves from trees to what music?
Whistle.
To whistle music? Here it's probably just a verb, to make music. To oral, no, then it's like must be a verb. To make music. To make music. Yeah, if you have to, it must be a verb. Must be a verb. To make music. To make music. What about this? In Japan, people what? Kiss, bow, or hug when they greet each other. They bow, right? They don't kiss, no? They bow very low, no? Where are you going? They bow when they greet each other. In the USA, school children say hi, kiss, or smile when they meet. They probably just say hi, right? They don't kiss in USA. In Australia, men kiss on both cheeks. Yeah, some places this happens. Or they shake hands. or they bow when they meet? What do you think? I think they shake hands in Australia.
Yeah.
But in France, friends shake hands, kiss, or hug. In France, they kiss. Yeah, in Europe, they kiss.
You the airport you kiss girl.
I kissed a girl in Canada, and she was very afraid. Yeah. Huh? For Maori and what is this? Inuit. I don't know how to say this. Inuits.
Maori. Maybe that.
This one I cannot answer. I don't know. Rub noses. Stick out their tongues. Very strange, no? Do you know this, Maori?
Maori.
My God.
Buffalo. Video vấn đề.
Video. Maori greetings. Inuits. What is this? Inuits. Inuits. No, just like this. No, Inuits. How do they greet? Ah!
Oh,
Only between family members. Kunik. Yeah, they rub their noses like this. Sometimes on the forehead, or cheek, or nose. So you go and you do like this. Very strange, right? But just between family members only. Only, yes, in the family, not anyone here. That is strange.
anymore.
That is strange, right? Ah, yeah, I push him away, no? So they rub noses, okay? In this place. In Cambodia, a formal greeting is a bow, a kiss, or a nod. 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 In Russia, where is Ananda? Men and women kiss 3 times, bow deeply, or shake hands when they meet. In Russia. I think they don't bow in Russia. Maybe they kiss 3 times. Right?
I will ask the answer there.
Need to ask Anand. Men and women kiss 3 times when they meet. In research, no?
Did we ask
How do Russians greet each other? Russians. Russians is the people, no? How do Russians greet each other? Each other.
what Russian?
Russian. People give the appropriate formal greeting depending on what type of day. Ah, good morning. Okay, this. She's Russian. She doesn't look Russian. How do you say hello in Russian? No. Do Russians kiss when they meet? When they greet each other? Usually shake hands. The famous bear hugs and kisses are usually reserved for good friends and family members.
Shake.
Then the hugs and kisses.
Not tea time.
Yeah, so shake hands, but they also could also be maybe shake hands or maybe kiss. But they don't bow. In Asia, people leave their handbags, coats, or shoes outside before entering a house. Shoes, right? Yeah. I've seen a map once, a map of the world. No, it was like countries in which countries which remove their shoes.
Outside.
Something like that. Once I've seen an image. Ah, you see?
Oh.
Shoes on or shoes off? Shoes on or shoes off? Ah, you see?
Shoes off is too much.
Shoes off.
Oh, Brazil is shoes on.
Shoes on. They keep their shoes on. I don't like it in Brazil.
Inside the house.
Yeah. It's not good, no?
I think it's inside the door inside.
No. Inside the house. In the house. Dirty, no? I don't like it. But always like this when I was young.
You take out.
No, you just come from the street and you walk inside, no problem with your shoes.
Not shame.
No.
Oh.
When there is a
Here, you see all the red is shoes off. All the red, you see, even in Russia,
almost in the
part of Europe, all this, most of the world, you see, all of Africa mostly, you see, all of Asia, Sri Lanka included, shoes off. And then these guys over here, orange is here. Shoes off is the norm, but some homes prefer shoes on. Yeah, in Canada, some people, some homes. In America, shoes on is the norm. But some people prefer shoes off. The green is shoes on. If you remove your shoes, it's rude. They don't like it.
Oh.
Very, very strange. Very strange, no?
Don't respect if move off.
If you remove your shoes, it's very strange. They may not like it, yeah. So when I go there, it's very strange.
when you don't use even
People want to hug me, kiss me. Yeah, if you go there, they will kiss you.
Only
Yeah.
men,
No, women also may come and kiss you. You have to run away. They might still kiss you, I don't know.
should we have some sign?
No kissing. Even my mother, I think she told some of my relatives, don't kiss him, like something like that. But some still come and
Don't listen to anyone.
actually it's for a monk it's not respectful, no? It's not good. It's not proper behavior. No? Huh?
I think it's man is no problem, but woman is
It's very strange, no? Yeah. Asia is much better in this sense. Remove their shoes, right? We bow down or we like that, something more.
Opposite the thing.
Yeah, very different. But I think it's much better.
We use the suit inside.
Yeah, it's rude, right? Everybody, what are you doing?
Let's take off your shoes.
Yeah. Okay, write the correct sentences. In Japan, people bow. Skip. (10:06). Finally we finished this lesson. Write a text. What do you want to do now?
Maybe it's the last unit.
Huh?
The last unit.
This?
No, it's the
Last unit.
11.
This is the last unit? Unit 11? 11 or 12, no? Let me check for a moment. This is 131. The last is here, unit 11. Yeah, it's the last one. 131. Yeah, we have a few more pages only. Lesson 11. Yeah, we are here. So now, what do you want to do? You want to continue or you want to do some exercise or something different? Any suggestion? Sometime we had a story, we were doing a story with the AI, remember? There was the story, or we can do vocab, some exercise for practicing vocab or something like that.
Okay.
No.
I want to have some paragraph.
What?
Paragraph. Delete text.
What did you say? Palakaf?
The text, the paragraph text. And
What is Palakaf?
Paragraph.
Paragraph.
paragraphs.
Oh wow. Paragraph. Paragraph. Graph. Paragraph.
And then is how to know that paragraph is what is heavy, what is verb, noun, adjectives, and
On the paragraph. Parts of speech. Syntax. Yeah, syntax. The book we are following doesn't give much. It just gives some grammar points without much explanation, right?
Not perfect.
Okay, I'll try to give you more of that. Remember our story? Jack and the parrot? You see, okay, a little long, so I won't read the whole story. But the story was, in summary, remember there was Jack and his parrot. The parrot was called Me. And then they found this magical garden, remember? This a door was covered with creepers and all. And then he removed the creepers, went into a garden. They met in the garden, they met an owl. Remember owl? That bird with big eyes like this. Owl.
On the roof of the nation.
Yeah, he has a fake owl, right? So the owl came and greeted them, hello, something like that. And then they saw something shining on the floor or something, right? Sparkling. And then they went and investigated, and it was a ring. Then they took the ring. Then they wanted to take it out, take the ring away from the garden. And then a voice. Remember, suddenly a voice, like someone, they didn't know, someone started talking. They heard a voice. And then that voice told them like not to take the ring out, something like that, right? And then the garden's voice told them that in that garden they would not get old. Right? And then after that, the Leo, a man with a lion's head, appeared as the garden of the garden of the gardens. This was Supavasa's part. Yes. Huh? Yeah. So then now they are there, and they wanted to bring their loved ones. They wanted to bring their family members there, something like that. So now they're there with Leo and this ring. So now let's give it. Let's continue a little bit. Who was next after Supavasu? You? No. Was it you? Okay. Santavacha. Tell us, what do you think happens? What would you like to happen? With Leo, so they are in this garden with Leo in the garden. A lot? A long time. So they spent a long time in the garden, like that. So what were they doing? Try to describe things. Use your English to describe. I help you, but try to describe things and, you know?
Keep food and talk and video and happily.
Okay, so after Leo, showed himself or revealed himself to Jack and me, they talked. They talked. They were eating. You said some like. So we can say they engaged in conversation. What type of conversation, for example? So some friendly conversation while maybe they were tasting the different varieties of fruits. What else? Berries, varieties of fruits. What else? Berries, apples, blueberries, kiwis, maybe some mushrooms, some seeds or some nuts, or even some herbs, right? Some herbs, some different herbs. Herbs are like herbs is like an umbrella term for leaves and roots and anything that comes from plants.
For cooking.
Yes, for cooking. Mushrooms. You know all these words? Mushrooms, nuts, herbs. Okay. Huh?
Now also they eat mushroom.
Very nice.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
You should cook for us.
Yeah. In the forest.
Many times.
Mushroom, sure. Mushroom is good. I don't know. There's many types of mushroom, no? But I like mushrooms. Mushrooms. Okay, and then what happened?
You want to
something extreme,
Yeah.
something exciting.
Study.
So then,
คือโบว่า
okay,
คือเวลา
they wanted to do something exciting.
กินสิ่งเหล่านี้เป็นไงนะกินแต่ก็เอามันแตกต่างไป
You said for a long time, but how long? 3 months. And so on. So this went on, we can say this situation, this went on for 3 months. Okay, for 3 months.
3 months in the garden equal
Then they recite Patimokkha
equal 1 day in the
outside.
outside.
So this went on for 3 months. So now how do they find out about that? How do they know that? Yeah, how do they know it's 1 day outside like that? How do they know?
He after 3 months he left out.
Okay, so this went on for 3 months until eventually, you see, eventually they came out. They came out of the garden back to the real world, back to their world, something like this, no? Back to their home or back to their world. So now they are coming out, and now they must.
He meet mother
His mother.
ask him you where you go.
Where did you go?
Where you be in one.
Okay, so when he came home, we can say when he came back home, his mother asked him, where did you go? So she asked him, in English we can say, we can use reported speech. Reported speech. In Pali you have to quote what the mother said. Iti. Like, but in English you can, sometimes you can quote, or you can use reported speech. So the mother asked him where he had been for a whole day. For a whole day.
Surprise.
Yes. Jack surprised
Because he spent 3 months.
3 months, right? So Jack surprised. He said something, no? Maybe he said something. Answered. He surprised, he answered. Then we can quote, for example. But what did he say to his mother? But we can use the present perfect. I have spent, because it's recent past. I have spent, but I have spent 3 full months. I have spent 3 full months.
But mom asked me, you have been
Or only for a day, no?
where you whole day.
For a whole day, right? But I have spent 3 full months outside. Why? For example, he might ask her, no? Why do you only ask me So why do you say just a day? Something like that, right? Okay. Let's see what the enough, no? What? Huh? Okay.
Just see now the time in the garden and the time on the day not equal.
Yeah. So we can say at that time, Jack understood. He understood that time passed differently.
Between.
Yeah, or time was, or the passing of time was different between his world and the garden. Okay.
They scan everyone.
So now, okay, now also your turn. I can remove this and make it bigger, no? So now please read it for us. Okay? You can read it. First you read it. What happens? What happened afterwards? Read out loud. Not just read for yourself. No. Jack felt. Felt. What is felt? The past of feel. To feel. The past of fall, like falling down, it would be fallen. Fell. Double L. Fell. Like this. Fell. This is the past of fall. Okay? But to feel becomes felt. This is the past. Okay? So Jack felt, he was feeling, he felt. Amazed. What is amazed? Yeah, amazed. He was amazed. Amazing is something is amazing, like an adjective. He felt amazed. Wow. Like that. Worked. This one you have to pronounce like a T. Worked. Worked. Yeah, like this. Worked. Like this. Worked. So Jack felt amazed by how time worked in the garden. This is what you see, subject. This is the simple past, you see? He felt amazed. Here this is like acting as like an adjective for the Jack. Okay? He felt amazed by how time worked in the garden.
Wonderful place with his family and friends.
Okay?
But
He knew past of no. He knew
he had to find a way to make them understand
the magic. Okay, he had to find. You see, this is had is simple past, and together with the infinitive, had to find. Yeah, in the present it would be I have to go. For example, I have to go. Or you could say, you can use the infinitive. You can use, I think, after any verbal tense. For example, I had to go. I will have to go. I have to go now. Something like that. This is simple past with an infinitive. With an infinitive. He had to find a way. A way to make, you see, infinitive, to make them. Who is them? His family and friends. To make his family and friends understand the magic, this Okay, with Leo's guidance,
with love,
with Leo,
with Lee,
Leo,
with guidance,
Leos. Try to pronounce Leos. Leo is his name, Leo. And then this is the possessive, no? Chatti vibhati. Leo's guidance.
with Lee, guidance,
Guidance is what here? A noun or what? Or an adjective or a verb? Adjective?
Mouse.
With Leo's guide, if it's an adjective to what? Yeah, this is a noun. The guidance. It's the noun. Yeah. So with Leo's guidance,
Nick, special for his loved ones.
okay, a special visit for his loved ones. He started in the past planning. He started planning, you see. Here it could be, depending on the verb, it could be to plan. Like, yeah, in English you see he had to find. Here it's used in infinitive. But here he started planning. You see some verbs are used ing. He started planning a special visit for his loved ones. Okay, go on.
Hoping to create,
Create.
create,
Create.
create,
The T sound.
create,
Create.
create,
Create.
hoping to create, unforgettable,
Ah, a little difficult word, no? Unforgettable. Unforgettable. Yeah, related to forget. So, forget, you know forget, right? But forgettable is something that is easily to forget. It's forgettable. And unforgettable is something that you cannot forget. Yeah. Suffix. Becomes an adjective. Unforgettable memories, you see? This means memories that you cannot forget. Unforgettable memories.
Unforgettable is a sound adjective
Adjective
of memory.
for memories, yes. So unforgettable memories. Okay, finish. After memories,
together in the
enchanted garden. Enchanted garden. What is enchanted? Enchanted is related to chant. But here it not
Magic.
enchanted means a bit like magical. Something special, out of the ordinary, out of what is common. Enchanted. Okay? Unforgettable means something that you cannot forget. Yeah, that you will always remember. Unforgettable memories. So now what happens? So he was amazed by this time difference and he wanted to share this with his family, so they started planning a way to go back over there. Then, with Leo's guidance, he started planning a special visit, hoping to create unforgettable memories together. So then what happens? Now he's outside the garden, planning a visit with his family. Okay, now what happens? Something terrible happens. Okay, so what happened? Now you have to be creative a little bit. Think.
It's that story by the
You can ask for help, suggestions if you want.
Understand.
How to go there?
What happens now? You can decide what happens.
He took iPhone
The,
to go there for street lighting.
he's also make the garden already, but he make his be happy again. He's also make the garden already and then want to share the
Yes.
his friend.
He went to the garden, he found the garden, then he came back. Now he's planning to share this with his family. Yes.
And then there's
So now what happens?
the
He took their family.
he's told he had to told
He told, he said something?
his garden.
He told his family about the garden. Okay.
He went
So-
to
So Jack told his family members, he told about what? No? About the garden, the enchanted garden. And for example, he told them about the time difference, no? And about and how time passes differently there. Right? Okay?
what we say.
So then now what happens? He told his family. Some conflict. The story is more interesting if there is some conflict.
His father asked, "Son, did you eat that apple? You know that apple can make your age."
Make you hallucinate. You know hallucinate? Hallucinating when you start imagining things like some drugs, some things you eat, you might start seeing things and all that.
But
Huh?
and then he's explained he's explained how the make
How the?
make how the make
How to go there?
Huh?
How to it?
yeah,
Can you steps it?
Make? But he explained about, he explained what? He explained how to go to the garden, how to reach the garden. Jack told his family members about the enchanted garden and how time passes differently there.
And then
Differently there. And then
and then
he told them how to reach how to reach the garden. Okay? How to reach the garden. Okay?
his father
How to reach the garden.
what is happened when he talked about this from to the family things how they feel family things about this story. Yeah.
So true.
Oh, son, very good.
They believe his story or they don't believe his story? Do they follow him to try to go to the garden again? Then some problem happens, or what happens?
If I is father,
Ah.
I don't believe.
You would not believe, right?
He behind he walk หายไปเท่าไหร่
So let's say like this. Jack's father Jack's father was doubtful of his story and decided he was doubtful of his story, and Jack only had the parrot, me, as a person who has seen it, another person who has seen it. What is the name of that? I forgot the name, forgot the word. Is huh? No.
Business.
Witness, yes. As a witness. Only the parrot was a witness to what happened. Only the parrot, but the parrot doesn't talk. So then he's only by himself. So then they decide together to, okay, let's go see this place. Let's see if it really exists, no? They set out, you see, to set out together. To set out means to leave. It's a phrasal verb. They set out together in search of the so-called enchanted garden. It's like Nama, in Pali like Nama. So-called enchanted garden. On the way, Jack tried to follow the same path he had taken before, but everything looked different. And they got lost.
What is set out?
Set out, it's a phrasal verb, it's like to leave. Yeah, to set out.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's like they left. Set out. Okay.
Suddenly.
Ah. No. Stop.
He very smart.
No. No, they got lost.
In the same time on the way.
Huh?
In the same time on the way. Real audience appear on the car.
So lost in the woods, Jack's family grew worried. You see, to grow, you see, grow? Grow here in a different sense. You see, they became more and more worried. Grew worried. They grew worried. Jack tried to remember the way, but things looked different. Just when they felt down. What is this? They felt down. You feel down. This means you have no hope. You have no hope. Your saddha is... They felt down. They felt we are lost. We cannot find the way. They felt down. The wise owl appeared and guided them back to the enchanted garden's door. That was not my plan, but okay. Different from my idea. The family, amazed, stepped inside. You see, you can use commas here to say something like this. You see, the family stepped inside. You can say how the family was. The family, amazed, stepped inside. You see, the family who was amazed. You see, you just put a comma, comma, comma. The family, amazed, stepped inside. So this means the family who was amazed stepped inside. You know, amazed is like an adjective for family.
Step inside also adjective for family.
No, stepped is a past simple past verb. You see, stepped. Stepped means to like enter, no, to take a step. Yeah, stepped inside. So they went inside. But this one, usually the adjective comes before the noun. So the amazed family stepped inside. The amazed family stepped inside. But here, you can also do that. The family, amazed, stepped inside. You see? This is an adjective coming after the noun. You can do that as well. See? Stepped inside, excited for a new adventure. Excited for a new adventure. So now I think we have to stop. 45 is enough. Okay.